This response is for Mary Lou Blevins' reflective essay. My first comment, I said, I would love to know why this was so surprising. So you said, surprisingly, I enjoyed reading the information in Katie Ray's book. Why was this so surprising to you? Was it surprising because you dreaded reading the textbook for the class, or was it another issue? I was surprised that I enjoyed the book as well, because it was actually hard finding time to read it while having a full-time teaching job. So I was with you on it being surprising that, I took a lot from the book. So I'm glad you did too. My second comment, when you said the skill that I learned in this class that I will incorporate in my teaching would be conferencing. I discussed the same skill in my reflective essay as well, because it is such a good idea. It's something new that I think teachers should be excited about, and teachers should want to try, just to be able to provide individual attention to their students, because so many students seek that. With you being their teacher, they want the one-on-one interaction. So I think conferencing is beneficial for all students. But I put that I would love to know more of what exactly about conferencing that you liked or used. My next comment. So back at the paragraph above, you talked a lot about what you liked in Ray's book. I said this paragraph is where you could have used Ray as a source. Instead of just mentioning specific things that you read about, provide examples straight from the book as well as page numbers. So that was in your author's agenda if you, used sources enough. While you talked about Ray and things that you found in her book, it might make your writing even better to include quotations and page numbers. My next comment, you talked about using Common Core standards and how this class helped you with your Common Core standards. And honestly, I didn't even think about this. I learned a lot about the Common Core standards as well. I teach in Ohio, so Common Core standards are a little bit different. They're differently viewed than in Kentucky. There's not as big of a focus on, incorporating standards into every single lesson that you do. A lot of it's collaborative, and where I teach special ed, I don't even use the Common Core standards. I use the extended standards. But I learned a lot about them. But I also think that this is something I can work on, because I sort of use what all other teachers tell me that their students need to work on. So if I incorporated more standards into my teachings, it might be more beneficial, even though my standards would not be grade level, since I teach special ed. Using terms from the standards may help students know more of what is expected. And here's another one. When you put, she states that paintbrushes and paint to the painter is that same as pencil and words are to a writer. I remember reading this in Ray's book because I thought it was a great metaphor. So again, here's where you can use an in-text citation, just because that was in your author's agenda for your sources. So again, using quotations and page numbers. And my last comment for you deals with your other two author's agenda points, and so that you provided tons of evidence as your growth of a writer. It is wonderful how much this class has helped you. So you wrote that you wanted to know about that, and I think you did a great job with it. I also felt that you answered the question in the correct format, which was your other author's agenda point. You provided a lot of evidence on how this class helped you. I really enjoyed your piece, so good job.